If I get thrown off the PR list, you will know why in the next 2 minutes. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. It feels so good to be sitting down and doing a sit-down beauty rating and reviewing celebrity brands kind of a video. It reminds me of OG beauty YouTube back from like the 2017-2018 era, which is literally when I started my channel properly on here. If you want to see more like hardcore beauty content in these long videos, let me know down below in the comments. I do a lot of that on shorts and reels and stuff, but I want to know if you guys are curious for me to do these sit-down videos more often. I know there isn't much of it happening on the YouTube space in general. Well, so as the title has already told you, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you my honest, unfiltered, very real and raw thoughts on some of the celebrity brands out there. I'll dive into what I like, what I dislike. We'll rate them together. I'll also share some of my favorite and less favorite products with you in this video. So I have a lot of products sitting around me. Let's not make this intro any longer and let's dive right into it. Okay, so I feel like it makes sense to start off with one of the most popular celebrity beauty brands in the Indian market space today. I don't like to call it a homegrown brand because traditionally and through one of the definitions, I guess homegrown means an indie bootstrapped setup, whereas this is not that. This is a joint venture between the superstar Katrina Kaif and Nykaa, which is obviously India's leading beauty e-commerce marketplace. They actually hold the biggest market share for beauty retail. They have some of the highest commissions in the beauty marketplace space, speaking from the brand owner POV over here. Verified is very soon about to be online on Nykaa, which I'm personally very excited for. I want to talk about K-Beauty a touch. They launched a few years ago. They launched with a bang. Katrina Kaif, in my opinion, made the very smart move of having that early movers advantage of delving into this space. Her brand came up way before Deepika Padukone, Kriti Sanon, even Priyanka Chopra. I think Priyanka Chopra's brand also came up a little bit after that. And they started in the West and then came down to India. Whereas Katrina went, I think her launch strategy was so amazing because she partnered with the biggest beauty marketplace. Nykaa are the biggest players as of right now. There hasn't been any competition for them in the last few years, except now, of course, there are other players coming into the space, which is going to be fun to watch. I think that monopolies can be very dangerous for any kind of an industry. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes within the e-com marketplace competitors. I'm getting a little bit technical because I feel like it's so interesting and entertaining to follow the beauty business. And as a content creator, brand founder, or even just as a customer, I've always found these things very, very fascinating. Coming to the products on K-Beauty and just the brand as a whole, I think that their branding is very nice. I don't think their packaging is amazing. I've mentioned this before and I'll pop up pictures of the products that I'm talking about as we go. But for example, their crayons, their contour crayons and stuff that I've used in the past are really, really nice. But I feel like their packaging is so crowded with their logo that sometimes readability on their packaging has been an issue. Having said that, so many of their formulations are amazing to the point where whenever I used to receive PR, I would keep like a shade or two aside for myself, and my friends and my family would like be like, I'm taking this, and I didn't even feel like saying no to them because it's not humanly possible to use up all the PR that one receives, but it's also such a good formula that I wanted to share it. Their lip liners are amazing. I have two products in particular that are sitting next to me that I wanted to call out. I'll tell you what I don't like also, because I want to be very, very honest with you on this. Their eyeshadows, for example, I think are average. They're nice, but they're not as nice as they could be, because some of those usual Nykaa eyeshadows, especially those 4 quads, are so amazing, and those retailed at like $239 or something like that. So I feel like, considering they are manufacturing at some of the same places as Nykaa's in-house brand, some of those products could be really, really amazing. I want to show you, and also those eyeshadows don't have mirrors, which is really surprising, because I feel like when you're doing eyeshadow palettes as a celebrity brand, one would hope that you would put mirrors in there. I want to talk about two products that I have over here in my hand because these are my current favorites apart from the lip liners that I want to call out. I don't have them over here because my lip liners have literally become like this small with sharpen and use and sharpen and use. So there's that. And I've also kind of switched over from the K lip liners to which are, as by the way, if you want dupes for the K lip liners, I love how I'm throwing so much information over here just randomly in miscellaneous order. If you want dupes for the K lip liners, you must check out the Nykaa in-house brand lip liners. I feel like they're making them at the same place because there are very few lip liner manufacturers in India and globally. So everyone kind of goes to those set 6-7 manufacturers, again coming from brand research POV over here. I want to talk about these two. I think I said that twice before I went into other thoughts. I have the foundation over here. My shade in this is 120Y, if I remember correctly. 120Y light. That is my shade in this. I think that this is a really nice natural skin finish. I wouldn't call it fully dewy, but it's natural skin finish meets dewy kind of a formula. Very fresh, very hydrating. Will not say matte by any standards. If you have oily skin, I may not recommend this one to you. If you have normal to dry, maybe even combination-ish, this should work for you. It's a lovely formula. It really truly is a lovely formula. I know I've been seeing a lot of sponsorships going around for this product recently, especially on Instagram. I don't know why they're doing so many sponsorships together now because the product is not new. The product has been around for a while. So I was a little bit surprised to see that. But also just want to say this is not a sponsorship, but this 100% is a really nice daily wear foundation if you're in the market for one. I want to say 120Y light may be my shade most of the year, but I think I could get one more which is just a touch deeper, which may do well for me in the summer. So just want to throw that out there. So if you're similar skin tone to mine, you want to keep that in mind. Also, I think maybe not just deeper. I think that because this is yellow, I feel like maybe I'll get a deeper but a neutral shade to kind of see how that does. I used to buy a lot of yellows for my skin back in the day. Now I buy only neutrals. If anything, I go into the peachy yellow zones for my concealers. And I want to talk about their liquid highlighters. I believe these are available in a few shades, and I want to say that this is such a beautiful product. With liquid highlighters, the issue I have traditionally had with so many of them while trying them out is that they sometimes move your base or lift your base when you're applying this. This formula does not do that. It is very pigmented, which is a good thing because you can use less and get more bang for your buck. I particularly want to call out this rose gold pinkish shade. It is called Rosé. And I also think that their packaging here is like really nice. So my issue with the packaging earlier that I was telling you was that the same KK stuff that they do everywhere, the shades were mentioned somewhere here, to wo gum ho jata hai, which is a problem on their crayons and stuff. But I guess they've learned since then because now I can see the shades down below. I do think that there's scope for them to do better packaging, coming from the point of view that it is a celebrity brand. Keeping that in mind. In general, I think their price points are quite nice. I think that they're very affordable. From my point of view, I think affordable as a word is very subjective. So I'm obviously giving my point of view on everything. If I had to give a rating to this brand overall, keeping branding, packaging, the way they market themselves, that their content is quite inclusive, which I always appreciate for any brand out there, and the range that they have, because they really have worked on a wide range of SKUs. I would probably give this brand a solid 8.5. That's where I'm at on this. I do really think it's a very cool Indian brand to come out of our market space, and I think that they have potential for so much more because they have deep pockets. That's where the 1.5 point is getting cut off. Speaking of celebrities and their ability to do things, I feel like ultimately it comes down to products being the true celebrities of things. And I want to share with you a product range and a brand that I think is a celebrity in itself that has also come out of the Indian space. Speaking of celebrities, and I think brands that deserve to be called celebrities, not just the founder itself, is an Indian homegrown, truly amazing brand that I have a special connection with that I want to share a little bit about today in today's video with you. I'm talking about the brand Plum. Now, if you go back to my older videos, you will see that I have always loved their products, their skincare, their formulations, so much so that I hosted 2 events with them, last year one and earlier this year one. And I've had such a pleasant experience working with the team, understanding how they work. We're so much on the same wavelength when it comes to understanding that branding, packaging, brand positioning, and formulas are all so important. Everything else goes for a toss if the formulas are not important. And this lovely, lovely brand with a whole lot of goodness has just completed 10 years. So, Plum, happy birthday to you. To celebrate their 10th birthday, they've gone ahead and sent me this beautiful PR package that basically looks like a book. I love the amount of detailing they've got going on over here, and it's so true to who they are. I love that their campaign is called Thanks a 10. It's just such a nice, full of gratitude kind of way of thanking their customers and audience and followers for sticking around for so long. I personally will take this a thank you to me also, because I have been a fan of this brand truly, genuinely, even before I started doing any partnerships, any sponsorships, anything with them. Let me quickly show you what I received inside this. So when you open it up, there's this big pop-up that says thanks a 10 with a whole lot of information that I think you and I will both love. Apart from this, let's remove this butter paper that we have going on inside. A decade later, a 10-year-old Plum with a heart full of gratitude looks forward to a future filled with bright ideas. I love that they're constantly trying to do new stuff, that they're so affordable as a brand. Their packaging is always amazing. I'm sorry, my cat is in the frame. This happens all the time. And that their formulations are not compromised for, despite being at really, really affordable price points. There is a note from the founder, Shankar Prasad, over here, who may I also say is one of the nicest, warmest, most humble founders I have met in the beauty business space in a very, very long time. They've gone ahead and sent me some of their amazing products. Let's quickly show you what we have over here. We have their Plum Nature Studio All Day Wear Kohl Kajal. We've got a matte lipstick from their Twist and Go collection. We've got their Rice Water and Niacinamide Serum. We've got their Coconut Milk and Peptides Shampoo. We've got their Smokin' Vanilla EDP, their Smokin' Vanilla Vibes. That whole range is one of my favorites in everything that they have fragrance in, like their body oils, their perfumes, their shower gels, things like that. And the Rice Water and Niacinamide Hybrid Sunscreen with SPF 50 PA+++. Plum is absolutely killing it with their Thanks a 10 celebration offer. They have a buy 2 get 2 free going on all through their website. In addition to which, if you're ordering like 4 items and you use the code Aanam10, you're going to get a surprise return present of sorts where they're going to give you a Plum product additionally to everything you're ordering. Separately to that, if you have 6 items or more in your cart and you use the code Aanam C10, you're going to get 10% off on your order. It does not stop here. They're giving away, drum rolls please, the Dyson Airwrap, which is the ultimate form of celebrating as a brand, I would think. Make sure you go follow their Instagram. I'm leaving the handle on the screen for you. It's Plum Goodness. They are truly giving back to their loyal customer base through this entire offer. And I think you should make the most of it. I'm leaving all the links for you down below in the description section. This is a brand that I've done so much stuff with. And the funny thing is, it's not just through the sponsorships, it's even before the sponsorships. I purchased their products, I love their products, I love their formulations. And in case you're looking for ideas on what to get, I've already restocked a few things just a couple of weeks ago. And I'm going to show you what I've restocked on. So if you need some inspo on what to add to cart, here you go. I've restocked not 1 but 2 of my Vanilla Caramello body lotions. This was the first event I did with them last year. This smells like vanilla dreams are made of. chocolatey vanilla dreams are made of. How do I describe this? I don't know how to describe it. Vanilla and caramel, but smells amazing, sits lightweight on the skin, gets absorbed so quickly. Disclaimer, I have very dry skin. My skin usually drinks everything up, and very few products really leave a long-lasting impact on my skin. This leaves a long-lasting impact on my skin, which is why I literally have two over here and not one. Plus, there's one already in my bedroom, which is open. These you can see have packaging on them, literally. I have also gone ahead and restocked my Vanilla Vibes body oil. Their body oils are not chip-chippy, not greasy. They're kind of like dry oils, but I don't think the brand describes them as dry oils because they feel really, really nourishing on the skin. Again, this is Vanilla Vibes. I love their entire vanilla portfolio of just fragrances. Would highly recommend you try if you've not yet tried it. Sticking true to my Vanilla Vibes love that you might see already, I've also restocked the shower gel. One more of these is also in my stock box, but I'm not going to open that. I'm actually keeping that aside to give to a friend of mine because she wanted to try it. And that same friend of mine made me order this. This is a product that I'm yet to try. I have not tried this particular moisturizing cream. It is their E-Luminescence. I've tried their E-Luminescence Makeup Cleansing Balm, which is a really good one, just by the way. Their Deep Moisturizing Cream. This one has 24-hour hydration with vitamin E. So this I'm actually looking forward to trying. If you want me to do a first impressions review, anything like that for this particular product, sound off in the comment section. And the product that got me introduced to Plum as a brand, hooked to Plum as a brand. If you go back to some of my oldest beauty videos where I'm talking about face oils, this grapeseed and sea buckthorn oil will come up all the time. There was a point in time where this was the only face oil I used, and in the drugstore range actually this is still very much the only face oil from the drugstore category that I use. It is really, really nice. Again, disclaimer, I have dry skin, so I want to put that out there because I feel like you should know what kind of skin person is giving you the recommendations. It will just help you figure it out what you should buy. Congratulations Team Plum once again on 10 years. I'm leaving all the links for you guys down below in the description section, so make sure you check them out. Thank you Plum for partnering with me for a small portion of today's video. You are a brand that I truly, truly love and use, and I think that you have some great people on your team, so I just want to put that out there also. Okay, enough of the brand that is the celebrity. Let's get back to the celebrity brands now. Staying true to the whole celebrity being the main hero of everything, it is impossible to think of an Indian celebrity for me and not have Priyanka Chopra come to my mind. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Priyanka Chopra's brand Anomaly, which is into hair care, only hair care as of right now, is one that they launched in the US and in the West, and then they got down to India. They are also exclusive, or they were exclusive for a while with Nykaa, and now I think they're available on a bunch of platforms. I'll leave links to everything I'm recommending and giving good reviews for down below in the description section, so make sure you check that out. I don't know if you remember, but around the time the brand launched, I did a review on their, or first impressions rather, on their hair oil. I'm going to leave a link to that particular shorts video down below in the description section. Definitely go check that out because it was a first impressions. And if I had to give you a review on that hair oil, because I have finished that bottle completely, and in fact I went back and repurchased it, I did really, really like it. Having said that, the caveat I have for you is that it was quite pricey for a hair oil when there are so many other options in the Indian market space, and hair oil champis are so native to us as Indians. One may not necessarily want to go out and spend that much on a hair oil. However, and the shampoos and conditioners, I want to say, are quite nice as well. I have used them up every time they've sent me PR in them, sent me PR of them, and I've always appreciated them. But the two star products for me from the Anomaly range are sitting over here. I am a huge dry shampoo girl. Iska, I think, dhakkan maine ghuma diya hai. I have talked about dry shampoos, I want to say since 2016-ish on my platform. I think 2016-ish, I should say. I love dry shampoos. I'm someone that washes my hair once a week. I used to go to the salon very often to wash my hair. I have completely stopped doing that ever since my neck injury, which has kind of also led to me being able to experiment and do more with my hair and try different products at home. I've always done hair washes at home. I don't want to make it sound like I was going to the salon since forever, but I have gone through a phase in the last 5-6 months where I was going to the salon more often than ever for my weekly washes, jo ab band ho chuka hai after my neck injury because it happened at the salon. If you watch my vlogs, you know, if the vlog hasn't gone up, it'll go up soon. This dry shampoo I want to specifically call out because it is so nice. It doesn't leave the white flakes that a lot of other dry shampoos leave. It's very, very nice to use, and I have been using this particular bottle for a while and it has not gotten over. This is only my second bottle. I think I have one more in backup, but I think this is only my second bottle and ye khatam hi nahi hua hai, which is kind of fab. You know what I mean? How much does this go at? I don't remember what price this was at. $750. So I do think it's really, really nice. Before I got into the Anomaly dry shampoos, I've used the Batiste ones quite a bit. So in case you want to check that out, there are more options, non-celebrity based options for you. I also really like the Bare Anatomy one that I've used, but I do think that this one is very, very, very nice. If you're someone with frizzy hair, dry hair, and if you are not in the leave-in conditioner space, I need to first tell you why not, because leave-in conditioners are like bae to your hair. I don't know why I said bae to your hair. I was going to say like they're like going to be your support system, and I said bae, and now I'm cringing at myself. Never mind. This leave-in conditioner is fab. Like when I tell you, if you're not into dry shampoos, I don't fully get it, but okay, I obviously respect it. But if there's one product you have to try from this brand, it's this one over here. This leave-in conditioner gives me enough confidence that when I am in a rush, I will just shampoo my hair with whatever and then use this, which I would not generally speaking recommend. But you know, on some days when you're just in a rush and you want to get out of the shower and run to your schedule for the day, I'll just wash my hair, not condition it, not mask it, which is not something I like to do, but I have done on a few occasions because I kind of get enough confidence from this particular product. I don't know what tube number I am on this. I'm not even gonna, should I attempt giving a random ballpark? Maybe I'm on tube number 5, I don't know. But this is a fab leave-in conditioner. It is so good. Again, I'm going to give you non-celebrity dupe for it or non-celebrity option out there for it. Be Blunt has a fab serum that is killing it absolutely. Tresemme has a lovely gloss, but that's gloss. That's not leave-in serum, although it does really, really tame down your frizz also. So options out there for you. But from the celeb space rating reviewing kind of an angle, I want to mention this. From a branding packaging angle, I want to say that from a branding and packaging angle, this brand just on those two parameters gets a 10 on 10 purely because I love the logo and all that stuff happening, but I believe all of their packaging is made out of recycled plastic. I know I read it on their packaging the very first time I had got my hands on these products. Less spent on packaging, more spent on superior formula, made from 70% plastic trash. I remember reading it somewhere, see? And I think it's mentioned on their other products as well. That's why it's so clearly in my mind, which I think is fab. Because I remember first time I saw it, I was like, oh, the packaging is quite like simple for a celeb brand and all. But then when I saw that, I was like, that's absolutely worth it. Also, price point wise, barring the hair oil, I do think that these are quite competitive rates. How much is this leave-in conditioner for? This leave-in conditioner is 1,000 rupees, but it's a very, 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 very luxurious formula. So I think it's definitely worth it. And I remember seeing these products in America, they were perpetually on discount at like Targets and this and that. $4 ke the, and I think that those are like some really steal rates in general. And I'm gonna give this brand overall branding, packaging, product formula, I think I'll give it like a 9.5. Again, that half-ish mark I'm cutting because hair oil could have been priced better. And I hope they do more SKUs. Like they have a few shampoo options, I think 1 or 2 conditioner options. I love that they have a dry shampoo. I love that they have a leave-in conditioner. These two categories are not big categories in the Indian market like a shampoo or conditioner is, but this is they're both actually very emerging categories in the hair care space. So yeah, I hope that they go on to kill it even more. I'm personally a big fan of the brand and the brand founder. Okay, shall we go into Rihanna's Fenty? let's do that. I have a few products I'm going to mention before I show you the ones that I do have over here, because I finished the other ones and I don't have them. I remember buying their very first foundation launch. I remember doing like a detailed wear test, application review, etc of their first ever foundation launch on this channel, on my channel. I'll leave a link into that also down below if you want to see old school 2016-17 Aanam just starting out YouTube on her own, because I used to be with networks before that, not on my channels, on their channels. I'm going to leave a link into that. उस time पे मैं literally shoot करती थी tube lights की support से. I'll insert a picture of what I mean on the screen right now so you understand what my setup used to look like. Started from the bottom, now we're here. I feel really good about it, alhamdulillah. But even at that time, I remember saying that for that time period, that foundation was like really cool. Looking back, I'm glad that they've upgraded their formula. It doesn't dry out as much and things like that. I want to show you, I love their concealer also. I don't have it on me anymore, but you've definitely seen me review it in my product empties at some point. I think I went through 2 of those concealer, not tubes, like the mini, like what do you call, not bottles, but 2 of the concealers. It's not a tube, it's not a bottle. I'm forgetting words. It's okay, brain fog. Let's talk about this product over here that I literally have a backup of right here. And I had one more which is over. So like basically when I went to the US last year, I was using this skin tint so much. I always order a little bit of makeup every time a friend or a family member is coming down and offers to bring me things. I order online on Sephora and ship it to them. So when I went to America, I was already using the skin tint, and then I picked up 2 more, one which I'm actively using and my backup option over here. My shade in this is number 9. It is so good for my skin, like such a good match for my skin. This is one of those skin tints that you can apply in a sheer way, you can apply in a full coverage-ish way, not fully full coverage, but it can be close. And you can really like let your skin look like skin. I'm not wearing it today. I'll show you what I'm wearing. I have that product in here also for another brand. It's the Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint, the exact name. I love this base product. Just want to put that out there. I also think that this Fenty mascara is super underrated. I love what this does to my lashes. It is absolutely beautiful. It has one of the nicest wands in general, but I also want to show you what the packaging looks like overall. I'm sure you've seen it online. I think what Fenty has done right, of course, their branding, their packaging, their marketing, their just overall brand visuals and all of that is so cool. They play a lot with like VFX and special effects when it comes to teases and dropping new launches and things like that on their socials, which is such absolute level of goals. Majorly inclusive content, but we knew that about Rihanna even when she was doing the Savage X Fenty lingerie shows that she does every year. Is she still doing those? Has she stopped doing those? My fog is not keeping up and helping me remember, but absolutely fantastic on that sense. Their shade range is bomb as well, goes without saying. Considering when they come to India, they do become more expensive, yes, but I think that if you're shopping them in like the US or in the West, they are less expensive. And I personally think because you're buying a celebrity brand that is not aiming to be, you know, a Maybelline price point, for example, I think that their products are very worth it. You feel good using certain products, and I think Fenty as a brand does that really well. I've tried their concealer also. It's really nice. I hope I'm not missing out on any other categories in my head, but I want to get my hands on even more Fenty the next time I'm traveling or the next time someone's coming down, because I'm really impressed with what they do as a brand. Even like their packaging and design, like it's got that je ne sais quoi that really makes you be like, oh, what's that brand? And little known fact, Fenty is actually Rihanna's last name, which I didn't know till very recently, till someone told me. So I think that that's very cool, that she's taken her last name and kind of turned it into this really cool brand, Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. Yeah, if I had to rate, review anything, this brand, 100%, this is going to be one of those 9.5, maybe even 10 out of 10 brands. The only reason I'll say maybe 9.5 is because in India we don't have as much access to it. I do believe they're available on the Nykaa cross-border store as of recently, but in my opinion, cross-border is not the same as being on Nykaa, because you have to wait on the products to arrive for a couple of weeks, I believe, and I also believe you have to do your KYC and this and that, and I don't know, it's just not the same as buying it outright. You know what I mean? Like, that's just in my head. Like, I'd like to walk into a Nykaa Luxe store or just on the app and just have it delivered within the next 2-3 days. So let's say 9.5, purely for access from an India lens. Let's move on to, I want to get to Rare Beauty, and I will get to Rare Beauty, but let's talk about another Indian actress's brand before we go into that. And if I get thrown off the PR list, you will know why in the next 2 minutes. Let's take a moment to talk about 82 East by Deepika Padukone. Gonna get kicked off a PR list today. Let's talk about the product that I do like first, and then we can get into the other things. Ashwagandha Bounce from this brand. Really nice, very lightweight. I find myself reaching for this quite a bit. Is it an expensive brand in general for the Indian space? Yes, but I don't think they're looking to be a massy brand, so I will not hold that against them. I think much like Deepika is touted to be in the very premium luxury celebrity zone. I mean, she's affiliated with Louis Vuitton and Cartier, so obviously that makes sense. No, is Cartier Ranveer Singh? No, Tiffany & Co is Ranveer Singh, Cartier is Deepika Padukone, and Louis Vuitton, obviously. I love the packaging of this brand in general. I think that their products feel nice and weighty, and I think that packaging is very expensive. Packaging is very, very expensive, guys. So I can see the zone they're going in, you know, with that whole slightly more rich, luxurious product packaging vibe, that whole thing. Ashwagandha Bounce is 2,700 for how many grams? 50 ml or 1.6 fluid ounces. I think that this is a good formula. I do. I also want to say that considering this is such a huge celebrities brand, they are fully capable, or they should be fully capable, of bringing their prices down based on economies of scale. Quick 1-minute crash course breakdown on what I mean by economies of scale anytime I say it with reference to any brand out there. Because you have very deep pockets, you are able to manufacture more. When you are able to manufacture more, your cost of manufacturing goes down drastically. And so while I see that they want to be in the luxury space, ultimately if they want to cater to a much wider Indian audience, they may have to start doing a lot of discounts. They may have to bring down their MRP if they want to. If they're happier with the bigger margins, which they surely, my assumption is that they have, and they are not necessarily looking at a bigger market share, then that's a different strategy to go at. I do think that their packaging feels luxe. I feel like when you convert things to dollars, I believe they've started selling in a couple of different countries. It almost feels cheaper to the other countries anyway, so I feel like their marketing and strategy is a little bit different. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying this business side of tidbits that I'm giving you also. And this is a product that I can get behind, with the price being the only caveat. I did receive both of these products in PR, so I want to give that disclaimer out there. Let's talk about this product. We've got the Patchouli Glow Sunscreen Drops with patchouli and ceramides. I'm a very dry skin girl, and I have really given this product 5, 6, 7 tries. I've tried to wear it with makeup, I've tried to wear it all day in the house, I've tried to wear it just as is. I've tried a few combinations, and I feel so clogged up on my skin when I wear it. If me, as a dry skin girl, like my skin is dry like a desert, if my skin cannot get behind this product, I don't know how anybody with normal combination oily skin is ever going to wear it. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with SPF drop oils in general. I just think they need to be a little bit drier in nature, because you're telling me to wear this in the day. If I'm going to put this much of oiliness in the day, I'm just going to be chip all the time. And like, we live in India, you're an Indian brand. 82 East is the latitude longitude that India cuts across. That's the whole philosophy of how they came across naming the brand. Their branding, their packaging, solid story, solid. You know, Deepika has invested in this brand along with her financial investor, her wealth manager, or someone like that who used to take care of her numbers. So I think that the story is really solid out there. But to me, if your formula is not up to the mark, that's just, your marketing can be fab, your packaging can be fab, your branding can be fab, your face and career as an actor can be fab. But if the product formula is shit, it all goes down the drain. It is what it is. And between these two, it feels very average from a formula point of view. This is a good product, but is it worth the price? That's the real question at the end of the day. Like, I got this in PR. Would I go out and buy this? I don't think so. I repurchased these after I got them in PR the first time. I will repurchase these once these get over. I've never received Fenty PR. I purchase Fenty over and over. Same goes with Rare Beauty. Same goes with House Lab. Same goes with any celebrity brand out there that has good formulas and can be backed behind. Because a story, branding, packaging will bring you a customer for the first acquisition, for that first purchase. But at the end of the day, it is product efficacy and product formula that will bring the customer back to you as a repeat customer, that will make them a loyal customer, that will make them want to share, you know, give word of mouth on, hey, this is a great product. Like, for example, as a brand founder myself, the first time when we launched Verified in October 2021, I was like, okay, there's going to be a part of my audience that will buy my bullet lipsticks that we launched the brand with because they love me and they believe in me. But that's not enough to keep the business going. If my product is shit, nobody's going to come back and buy the product. Touch wood, alhamdulillah. Of course, I'm not going to get into Verified right now, but like, the reason we've had such a high return rate of customers is because the formula is great. I'm curious to know how they do from a feedback point of view and how they do from just, I'm a little bit curious about why they're not doing more with this brand. Also, I want to say from a communication strategy point of view, anytime you see Katrina Kaif talk, and I hate, this is just me comparing founder to founder, okay? Just want to make that clear. This is not me doing one of those female celebrity things on who wore it better and comparing. This is a very business comparison that I'm making over here. Anytime you see Katrina Kaif talk about her brand, or Selena Gomez talk about her brand, or Rihanna talk about her brand, you know that they know things about their business when they're talking. I don't know why, and I like Deepika. I'm a Deepika fan in general, so not a hater, I swear. But when I see Deepika talking about 82 East, to me it seems more like a brand ambassador talking about the brand and not a brand founder talking about the brand. I don't know if, like, does that make sense? You're not as deeply rooted into, or you don't see, maybe you are, but it's not coming across. Even like some of the reels and stuff, like I know they did something with Shah Rukh Khan and that was so cool, but I feel like I wish I saw her more as a founder, and maybe that's a PR issue, but there's just some disconnect there for me. And I've obviously had this conversation with people within the industry, so it's not just me, but it's a few of us that I know, and maybe there's more people out there who feel like that. Go ahead and sound out in the comments below. Giving an over. Oh, I also want to say that even though these are the two products that I've tried and really like gotten enough to be able to review, I've tried one or two others that I haven't tried enough to review. But Gerard, my husband, Jerry, is a huge fan of both her men's products that exist. They're one of those everything washing men's shower gels. There's an oud variant and there's another citrus variant or some fresh variant. I'll insert pictures on the screen. But I want to say that Jerry loves them both. And he's told me that they are also slightly more pricey, but he loves the texture and the formula and the fragrance. So that is something that I know ever since it's launched, gets delivered to our house. Like, he orders it every month or whatever, both of them. So in case you want the 82 East man point of view, I know that that's what Gerard thinks about the products. But for me, unfortunately, this is sitting at a very average brand space, and I hope they do more because I'm personally rooting for Deepika. I think that she's awesome. I think that she's badass. I think that she is so cool. I think that she's rocking that bump so cutely. I just think that the brand has so much more potential, and I hope they do more. So in present tense, if I am reviewing and rating this particular brand, I would give 82 East a solid 6. Oops. Yeah, I said what I said. Please don't throw me off your PR list. I mean, I'd like to keep trying your products. I don't know if I'm going to keep spending to try up the products because these price points are, like I said, need to figure out why, what. You know what I mean? Let's get down to the last brand for this video. And I have quite a few thoughts on this one, and I have quite a few products to share also. I have so many products over here from Rare Beauty. There's still one or two sitting on the table that I'm going to try to pick up. I really like this brand. Spoiler alert. There is a couple of products that I don't like, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into everything. Spoiler alert, I have posted a hits and misses shorts and reel. I'll leave a link into that down below in the description section for you. I was telling you earlier that I'll tell you what I have on my face today, like what base I'm using. I am using they just call it the foundation. Yeah, they just call it the foundation. I'm using it in the shade 290N, which is basically neutral, which is a really good match for me. I really like it. Soft matte, very nice, very cool. I love the packaging of this brand in general. I love that they have that whole philosophy on how they came up with this, to simplify for differently abled people to be able to open products easily as well. I remember calling that out in my very first Bullet lipstick brand launch video. I'll leave a link in that video down below in the description section for you. I think that their packaging is very cool, very luxe, shade range is fab. Branding, packaging, like even these eyeshadows that I have recently fallen in love with because I received them in PR a little while ago. They are so nice. They have this curvature on top because of which you can kind of put things. Ye to lamba hai, 1 second. Because of which you can kind of put things on it and it would sit on your vanity so nicely. I want to talk about some of the formulas that I have here. And they are available exclusively with Sephora in India. I think there is a little bit of a difference in the price points, however, so if you shop it overseas, if you're okay with spending the prices here, there's that. Okay, let's talk about a few formulas over here. I've got the skin tint and I've got the foundation. Both are really nice. They blend like an absolute dream. I like that they have this curve cut thing going on over here. So many products sit nicely like that. I think that my shade in this 30N is a touch light for me. So I'll end up mixing this up with a few things. I should try and mix it with the foundation sometime. However, this one is actually really perfect for me. I already mentioned how much I love the foundation. I love the liquid blush. Super pigmented, went viral for a reason. I love the little metallic accents they have going on, and also the fact that the metallic accents come up on the way they write their names. I like the liquid blush I said, but I want to tell you what I don't like also, which is their lip oils. I think that their lip oils should have been called lip tints. Then it would have made more sense, and I probably would say that's a category I like for Rare Beauty, because they are not oily in nature. There's so many shades, some lovely shades to kind of have. I unboxed their huge ginormous PR kit a while back. I don't know if that vlog is up. And they sent me a second round of PR very recently, which has all the soft pinch luminous powders, which is basically a hybrid of their liquid blushes and powder highlighters. However, I can't review that because I haven't opened up that PR packages yet. I want to, of course, get into it, but I haven't done that yet. So you'll have to watch one of my shorts or reels or whatever for that. I hope you are subscribed. I hope you're following me on Instagram. The lip oils, however, in my opinion, are lip tints, and because they're kind of incorrectly categorized, it's a miss for me. It's a hardcore miss for me. Lovely shades. The tints are nice, but I cannot apply this directly on my lips and expect for it to do anything. So I'd rather put this on top of a lipstick for that add-on tint kind of a thing. I love their brow pencils. Their brow pencils are so nice. They give me Anastasia and Benefit vibes, which is really to say something, because as someone who loves doing her brows, I've hunted for good brow products for a very long time and come to the realization that it is only those two brands that I can truly rely on when it comes to brow pencils and brow products. Those two brands being Anastasia, Beverly Hills and Benefit. But this one is fantastic. fantastic, so easy to use. Again, I really like the packaging. My viewfinder is blocked, so I don't know if I'm always in focus. Sorry about that. I've kept the mic there today, so I can't really see it. I love the, again, metallic pop elements coming in over here. Formula is lovely, perfect blend of creamy and waxy to hold the brows down. The eyeshadows are fantastic also, very nice formula in terms of their mattes are nice, in terms of their shimmers are nice. This is the palette. If you were going to go for one of these, the palette that I really like is called True to Myself, which is this one over here. It has really nice shades if you're like around my skin tone, I guess, which is a mix of shimmers and a couple of mattes in there also. Very, very nice, neutral, but still a pop of color that you can play with in there. And I want to talk about their colored gel liners, which are absolutely fabulous. Go on like butter, very easy to blend and give yourself that little smudged finish. And just a really nice brand packaging thought. I like what they're doing with the Rare Impact foundation that they have going on. And I think that Selena truly comes across as like the whole founder versus ambassador aspect that I was talking about earlier. I love how she has used her show Only Murders in the Building, which I'm such a big fan of, to kind of integrate with Rare Beauty, because sometimes you see something she's doing like a makeup, like a lip shade she's wearing, and then after they launch it, they go and do throwbacks. Kind of is a little bit like what I do with Verified sometimes, obviously on a much tinier scale. I'm not, you know, totally delusional. But I think that they're a really cool brand all in all, and I'm going to give them a solid 9.5 out of 10. The price points when they come into India is a little bit of something that I hope they can fix with time. I know our import duties are so high, but it is fascinating to me what they've been able to do. I believe it's been currently like unka jo valuation hua hai, it's in the 2 billion range or something like that, if I remember correctly. I read this article a while back, so I hope I remember the number correctly, but I think that they're absolutely killing it as a brand, and their branding, packaging, visuals, content, inclusivity, formulations, the variety you have to choose from in SKUs is fabulous. So I think that them and Fenty kind of land up being at the highest of what I said, and unfortunately 82 East is the lowest when it comes to the scoring, if I remember correctly. Let me know if you want me to go ahead and rate and review other brands like this, and which brands you want me to go ahead and try and rate and review. Celebrity based brands, maybe I should do an influencer version of this and look up influencer brands as well from India and overseas. That'll be really interesting also to me. And if you have any other requests, thoughts for non-vlog ideas like this, and if you want me to do more beauty content, sit down content, whether you enjoyed the slightly technical aspects of what I got into from a business of beauty point of view, let me know down below in the comments. You know I'm always reading, liking, hearting and responding to absolutely each and every one of you. I love you so much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out all the links I'm leaving for you down below in the description section. See you in the next one. Bye.